Good morning, guys. So I'm just out here this morning, drinking some coffee, and I know it's crazy. I drink coffee, and I was thinking about Dolly's testimony because it's incredible, right? Well, it's incredible first and foremost, from the physical image, right, and the transformation there. But then when you look deeper, it's just, I don't know, breathtaking, because you think about the dedication and just the spirit of discipline and the desire, and the willpower, whatever you want to call it, to make that choice day in and day out and day in and day out, more so than not. I'm not saying that there's days where Dolly had cheated or didn't do that. I mean, because I don't know, and that's the whole point. I'm not taking any credit for this transformation, because at the end of the day, I shouldn't take credit for any transformation. None of us really should. It's just the way God designed the human body to respond when we take care of it in a certain way through diet and exercise. And I can't control what Dolly puts in her mouth, 24 hours of the day. I can't even control what weights she lifts. I mean, I can guide, I can explain, I can suggest, and then I can recommend things when it comes to diet and nutrition and, like sleep or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's her journey, and it's her transformation, and it's her spirit, and it's, her decision making that allows her to transform, or that allows God to transform her, I should say. Because just like anything else in nature, like for example, if I take a plant, right, from a garden store or just from outside or whatever, and then I take soil and put it in a little pot, and I bring it inside, but I put it next to sunlight, okay? Or actually, let's take nature out of the picture completely, because we're so smart, and we invented the lamp that reflects. It's kind of like the sun and can allow the plant to grow. So I did that, and then I water it every day and whatever, and it grows, right? And is that me doing it, or is that it grows the same way that it would grow outside, the way God intended it to grow, right? So either way, if you want to take credit for a transformation personally or not, my point is God is transforming you because you're doing it the way that He designed the body to transform, or the plant to grow, or this, you know what I mean? It's just laws of nature. That's what it is. So if you put it into practice long enough, He will bless your effort. That's just what He's promised. That's how we were designed. This has nothing to do with, salvation, or it really, I mean, sanctification, you can argue, because of the disciplinary actions and the spirit of discipline that it really does take, and the effort. But imagine how much easier it is when you just surrender the process to God, and you say, Lord, you know, I'm doing this for you. Imagine that accountability partner. You don't need a trainer at this point. You've got the Lord to motivate you and walk you through this process. And it's not a shameful process. It's not a guilty process. It's not to say that, you can never put something sugary in your mouth. You can never have an alcoholic beverage. You can never drink coffee. Is that true? No, right? It's not true. But the point is, God will reveal what you need to work on if you listen. Maybe some things that are better for your body in this season that you're responding better to than other things, And then at that point, if He's convicted you not to eat this for a certain amount of time, then don't, right? Try it out. Have faith. You should rejoice in the opportunity to really be a physical witness to the transformative Spirit of God, to the laws of, in the ways, I should say, that God has revealed Himself through nature. Laws is a tricky word, right? Because at the end of the day, especially if we're going into a Christianity debate, all things are lawful, especially when it comes to eating, right? That's a big argument. But at the same time, the very next verse is, but not all things help. Not all things build up, right? And that's from, that can be taken in multiple directions, but you can apply that to diet, exercise, and nutrition. Max is he's on the pro. So at the end of the day, my point is, glory goes to God, and you can do it. You can do it if you want to do it. You can have a similar transformation, but it's your own transformation. It's your own conversation with whether that's an accountability partner or that's with God. Like, you can hire a trainer. It doesn't matter. My point is, glory goes to God, because ultimately they're just going to point you back to the laws that He's revealed through nature, the facts that He's revealed through nature. Eating spinach and kale is probably healthier. We could say statistically, we can honestly just say factually at this point, is healthier than a brownie. I don't care if it's a vegan recipe. You know what I mean? It's gonna have more nutrients in the phytonutrients, really, in the plants than you are in a refined, sugary, baked goodness, treats. Oh, God blessed us with this. Maybe. You can argue, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to take care of your body, then that blessing is not it doesn't build up. It's a blessing. All things are lawful. You can rejoice in it, but not all things build up. And you have to just be humble about that and willing to change if you want to change. And if you're living for God, personally, if you're convicted, you can transform for God and understand that your testimony is not in vain. It's not about you per se. It's about the glory that you can bring to God through your journey. That's how I see it, as an opportunity, and it's beautiful, man. So I hope these words have been encouraging to you, and I hope that Dolly's testimony has been encouraging to you and an inspiration to you.